Hello, everyone. My network learning project was to learn chess. This is Phil, by the way. So, in learning chess, I learned initially researching that I thought, hey, this is going to be a measurable goal because in chess, you have something called an ELO score. That's kind of your proficiency rating. They start from zero, go to like almost 3,000. The best players in the world are pushing 3,000, but I am in the 200s. I am playing people in the 200s here on chess.com, which is a huge reference for me in my network. I play friends, so I'm playing friends that are at my level or above my level, people online. I can also do puzzles, which has been huge for learning. But I also got some hard copy resources from the library, starting with Chess for Dummies. Um, like I said, I've got a very low ELO score. I'm pretty bad at chess. And so I wanted to improve that. That my goal was to get up to 800 because that is, past a novice player. And you got a sound understanding of the game. I thought I can get there. That's still my goal, but what I realized is that I wasn't going to be able to do that without learning some of the opening basics. So I chose an opening called the London system, which is an opening that is usable for beginners or even grandmasters. And so I've been learning that through this textbook. Initially, this textbook was too much for me. So using chess.com and Chess for Dummies, I was able to improve my understanding of the game and then understand some of the terms like development or fianchetto or all this notation, what all that means. So I eventually wrapped my head around it and I learned this London opening. In the London opening, I also can show you at chess or 365 chess. It just means these are your first moves. You move your pawn out and you move your bishop out here. And that sets you up to both attack and defend. And eventually your setup will look like this. This is my kind of practice board here that I have at home. Here on this practice board, I'm setting up a London opening while also playing the black side, which is how I would play against the London opening were I the black. So in this case, I'm playing both sides. And so, like I said, my ELO score is pretty low, 235 or 254, but with all this practice, I've actually been able to, and employing a good opening like the London opening actually helps me play at a higher level than I really have in my rating. So my rating's 254, but at times, like in this game I played using the London opening, I'm playing at more of a 750 level, and they really see that star, they really like my opening. So I'm just going to go through this game and show you how I employed it and how I beat this guy just a bit ago. So, like you see, I start my London opening, I bring out my pawn, there's my knight, and here comes the bishop, so it's looking like a London opening so far. They got really aggressive and brought their bishop out. I defended with the knight, which is not so good because I'm pinning it to the king, and I'm not going to be able to move it unless that bishop moves itself. So now my knight is under threat. He knows it's pinned, so he's going to go and grab it. I ignore that threat and try kicking the bishop away, and they take that, and I take the knight back. So at this point, I'm ready to keep developing. I finish my pawn structure there, and right here, those last two moves are kind of key for, I'm going to finish my London development by bringing the bishop out here, but once they castle like that, which is where you swap your king and rook around, he's in big trouble because as soon as I move here, I am attacking the h7 square, which is going to give me a checkmate if I can get there with my queen. So that's my goal at this point. I'm attacking that square. He's not really aware of it, my opponent. He's doing something over here on the other side of the board. And watch, I'm going to move my bishop back one because I'm looking at his queen thinking he could stop my queen by giving me some trouble there with his queen. So I'm going to defend this square where his queen might move with the bishop. The AI didn't like that move. They move ahead with their pawn, and then suddenly I'm ready to checkmate. There's nothing he can do except for move his queen out, which I would attack. He doesn't do that, and I've got checkmate with the London opening. So that's an example of how I used this new opening I learned, and hopefully it will take me higher than the 200s, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun learning, and onward and upward from here.